Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Sati Gaurapatinda Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Sati Gaurapatinda Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Sati Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौतम हरे कृष्ण हरे हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम
Sit properly. Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Raju Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Is it audible, Prabhuji?
Yes, yes. Mangalarchana, please.
Okay, Prabhuji, 1 minute. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah, just wanted to. Thank you so much, Prabhuji and Mataris. All glory to Srila Prabhupada. Since I am traveling, so Raju Prabhu is going to run the call. I will be in the call only. Okay. Thank you very much. After this, you can do all sloka recitation also. Yeah, I will be in hearing mode. If at all I would like to speak, we will speak. Yes. Thank you, Raju Prabhu. Continue.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. ओमज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमः ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमती भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी नित्यानंद। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसाति गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Is it visible, Prabhuji?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, Mata. Samyukta Mata, please can you read translation? This one only, 73.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, please.
Translation purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation: simply by chanting the holy name of Krishna, one can obtain freedom from material existence. Indeed, simply by chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, one will be able to see the lotus feet of the Lord. Purport. In his Anubhyasa, Sri Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami says that the actual effect that will be visible as soon as one achieves transcendental knowledge is that he will immediately become free from the clutches of Maya and fully engage in the service of the Lord. Unless one serves the Supreme Personality of Godhead Mukunda, one cannot become free from fruitive activities under the external energy. However, when one chants the holy name of the Lord offenselessly, one can realize a transcendental position that is completely aloof from the material conception of life. Rendering service to the Lord, a devotee relates to the Supreme Personality of Godhead in 5 relationships, namely Santa, Dasya, Satya, Vatsalya, or Madhurya, and thus he relishes transcendental bliss in that relationship. Such a relationship certainly transcends the body and mind. When one realizes that the holy name of the Lord is identical with the Supreme Person, he becomes completely eligible to chant the holy name of the Lord. Such an ecstatic chanter and dancer must be considered to have a direct relationship with the Lord. Shall I read, Prabhuji, this one also?
Yeah, one more paragraph, Mataji.
Okay, Prabhuji. According to the Vedic principles, there are 3 stages of spiritual advancement, namely Sambandha Gnana, Abhijaya, and Prayojana. Sambandha Gnana refers to establishing one's original relationship with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Abhijaya refers to acting according to the constitutional relationship. And Prayojana is the ultimate goal of life, which is to develop love of Godhead. Premapam Artho Mahan. If one adheres to the regulative principles under the order of the spiritual master, he very easily achieves the ultimate goal of his life. A person who is addicted to the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra very easily gets the opportunity to serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead directly. There is no need for such a person to understand the grammatical jugglery in which Mayavadi sannyasis generally indulge. Sri Shankaracharya also stressed this point. Nahi nahi rakshati dukrin karane. Simply by juggling grammatical suffix and prefixes, one cannot save himself from the clutches of death. The grammatical word jugglers cannot bewilder a devotee who engages in chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Simply addressing the energy of the Supreme Lord as Hare and the Lord himself as Krishna very soon situates the Lord within the heart of the devotee. By thus addressing Radha and Krishna, one directly engages in his Lordship service. The essence of all revealed scriptures and all knowledge is present when one addresses the Lord and his energy by the Hare Krishna mantra. For this transcendental vibration can completely liberate a conditioned soul and directly engage him in the service of the Lord. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Sandhya Mataji, please can you continue.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu presented himself as grand king, yet he maintained that all the words that he had heard from his spiritual master strictly followed the principles stated by the Vyasadeva and Srimad Bhagavatam 1.7.6. Anardhopasamam sakshat bhakti yogam adokshaze lokasya janato vidvamsa chakre satvata samhitam. The material miseries of living entity which are superfluous to him can be directly mitigated by the linking process of devotional service. But the mass of people do not know this, and therefore the learned Vyasadeva compiled this Vedic literature, Srimad Bhagavatam, which is in relation to the supreme truth. One can overcome all misconceptions and entanglement in the material world by practicing Bhakti Yoga, and therefore Vyasadeva, acting on the instruction of Sri Narada, has very kindly introduced Srimad Bhagavatam to relieve the conditioned soul from the clutches of Maya. Lord Chaitanya, spiritual master, instructed him, therefore, that one must read Srimad Bhagavatam regularly and with scrutiny and to gradually become attached to the chanting of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. The holy name and the Lord are identical. One who is completely free from the clutches of Maya can understand this fact. This knowledge, which is achieved by the mercy of the spiritual master, places one on the supreme transcendental platform. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu presented himself as a fool because prior to accepting the shelter of a spiritual master, he could not understand that simply by chanting one can be relieved from all material conditions. But as soon as he became a faithful servant of his spiritual master and followed his instruction, he very easily saw the path of liberation. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra must be understood to be devoid of all offenses. The 10 offenses against the holy name are as follows: to blaspheme a devotee of the Lord, to consider the Lord and demigods to be on the same level, or to think that there are many gods, to neglect the order of a spiritual master, to minimize the authority of scriptures, Vedas, to interpret the holy name of God, to commit sins on the strength of chanting, to instruct the glories of the Lord's name to the unfaithful, to compare the chanting of the holy name with material piety, to the inattentive while chanting the holy name, and to be attached to material things in spite of chanting the holy name.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Aryan Prabhuji, can you please? Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu. Translation. In this age of Kali, there is no religious principle other than the chanting of the holy name, which is the essence of all Vedic hymns. That this is the purport of all scriptures. Purport. The principles of the Parampara system were strictly honored in previous ages, Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, and Dwapar Yuga. But in the present age, Kali Yuga, people Kali Yuga, people neglect the importance of the system of Shrauta Parampara, or receiving knowledge by disciplic succession. In this age, people are prepared to argue that they can understand that which is beyond their limited knowledge and perception through so-called scientific observation and experiments, not knowing the actual truth come down to man from authorities. This argumentative attitude is against the Vedic principles, and it is very difficult for one who adopts it to understand that the holy name of Krishna is as good as Krishna himself. Since Krishna and his holy names are identical, the holy name is eternally pure and beyond material contamination. It is the Supreme Personality Godhead as a transcendental vibration. The holy name is completely different from material sound. As confirmed by Narottama Dasa Thakura, Golokera Premadhana Harinama Sankirtana. The transcendental vibration of Harinama Sankirtana is imported from the spiritual world. Thus, all the materialists who are addicted to experimental knowledge and the so-called scientific method cannot place their faith in the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. It is a fact that simply by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra offenselessly, one can be freed from all subtle and gross material conditions. The spiritual world is called Vaikuntha, which means without anxiety. In this material world, everything is full of anxiety, Kuntha, whereas in the spiritual world, Vaikuntha, everything is free from anxiety. Therefore, those who are afflicted by a combination of anxieties cannot understand the Hare Krishna mantra, which is free from all anxiety. In the present age, the vibration of the Hare Krishna mantra is the only process that is in a transcendental position beyond material contamination. Since the holy name can deliver a conditioned soul, it is explained yet to be Sarva Mantra Sara, the essence of all Vedic hymns. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Praveen Prabhuji is there.
No Prabhu.
Praveen Prabhuji. Akinchal Prabhuji. Akinchal Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. So myself reading. A name that represents an object of this material world may be subjected to arguments and experimental knowledge. But in the absolute world, a name and its owner, the fame and the famous, are identical. And similarly, the qualities, pastimes, and everything else pertaining to the absolute are also absolute. Although Mayavadis professes monism, they differentiate between the holy name of the Supreme Lord and the Lord himself. For this offense, Namaparada, they gradually glide down from their exalted position of Brahmagnasa, the position of Brahmagnana as confirmed in the Srimad Bhagavatam 10.2.32. Haruya Kuchena Param Padam na Tataha Patanti Ado na Nadrata Yasmad Hangraya. Although by severe austerities they rise to the exalted position of Brahmagnana, they nevertheless fall down due to the imperfect knowledge of the absolute truth. Although they profess to understand the Vedic mantra Sarvam Khalau Idam Brahma, Chandogya Upanishad 3.14.1, which means everything is Brahman. They are unable to understand the holy name is also Brahman. If they regularly chant the Maha Mantra, however, they can be relieved from relieve this misconception. Unless one properly takes shelter of the holy name, he cannot be relieved from the offensive stage in chanting the holy name. Hare Krishna. Samyukta, please continue.
Yes, Prabhu. Translation. After describing the potency of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, my spiritual master taught me another verse, advising me to always keep it within my throat. Translation purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. For spiritual progress in this age of Kali, there is no alternative, there is no alternative, there is no alternative to the holy name, the holy name, the holy name of the Lord. Purport. For progress in spiritual life, the Shastras recommend meditation in Satya Yuga, sacrifice for the satisfaction of Lord Vishnu in Treta Yuga, and gorgeous worship of the Lord in the temple in Dwapara Yuga. But in the age of Kali, one can achieve in spiritual progress only by chanting the holy name of the Lord. This is confirmed in various scriptures. In Srimad Bhagavatam, there are many references to this fact. In the 12th canto, 3.51, it is said, Kaler dosha nidhe rajan astihi eko mahan gunaha kirtanat eva krishnasya mukta sangaha param vrajet. In the age of Kali, there are many faults for people are subjected to many miserable conditions. Yet in this age, there is one great benediction. Simply by chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, one can be freed from all material contamination and thus be elevated to the spiritual world. The Narada Pancharatra also praises the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra as follows. Trayo Vedaha Sad Angani Chandamsi Vividaha Suraha Sarvam Ashtakarantaha Stam Yat Chanyat Apivan Mayam Sarva Vedanta Sarartaha Samsarnava Taranaha. The essence of all Vedic knowledge, comprehending the three kinds of Vedic activity, Karma Kanda, Gnana Kanda, and Upasana Kanda. The chandas or Vedic hymns and the processes for satisfying the demigods is included in the 8 syllables Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. This is the reality of all Vedanta. The chanting of the holy name is the only means to cross the ocean of nescience. Similarly, the Kali Santartana Upanishad states Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. These 16 names composed of 32 syllables are the only means to counteract the evil effects of Kali Yuga. In all the Vedas, it is seen that to cross the ocean of nescience, there is no alternative to the chanting of the holy name. Similarly, Sri Madhavacharya, while commenting upon the Mundaka Upanishad, has quoted the following words from the Narayana Samhita.
Yeah, Sandhya Mataji, please can you continue for me?
Prabhuji, I'd like to read. Can I read?
Okay.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji, please read.
Yes. I am waiting for my cab. Okay. Yes. Meanwhile, I would like to read. Thank you, Mataji. Yes, Prabhu. Dwaparair Janair Vishnu Pancharatristu Kevalai. Kalautu Nama Matrena Pujyate Bhagavan Hari Hari. In Dwapara Yuga, one could satisfy Krishna or Vishnu only by worshipping him gorgeously according to the Pancharatrika system. Pancharatrika Vidhi, Narada Pancharatrika Vidhi. Okay. But in the age of Kali, one can satisfy and worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Hari, simply by chanting the holy name. In this Bhakti Sandarbha, text 284, Srila Jiva Goswami strongly emphasizes the chanting of the holy name of the Lord as follows. It's a big, Srila Jiva Goswami has written in Bhakti Sandarbha. Prabhu, ఈ లింక్ ఒకసారి నాకు పే చేయండి, ఇది ఇంపార్టెంట్ యాక్చువల్లీ, బిగ్ వన్. నానో భగవాన్ నామాత్మక ఏవ మంత్రః తత్ర విశేషేణ నామ శబ్దాది అలంకృత శ్రీ భగవత శ్రీమద్ ఋషిభిస్ సహిత శక్తి విశేషః శ్రీ భగవతా సమం ఆత్మ సంబంధ విశేష ప్రతిపాదాకస్ ఏ తత్ర కేవలాని శ్రీ భగవాన్ నామాని అపి నిరాపేక్షాని ఏవ పరమ పురుషార్థ ఫల పర్యంత దాన సమర్థాని తతో మంత్రేషు నామతోపి అధిక సమర్థ్యే లబ్ధ్వే కథం దీక్షది అపేక్ష ఉచ్యతే యది అపి స్వరూపాతో నాస్తి తథాపి ప్రయా స్వభావతో దేహాది సంబంధేన కదర్యశీలనం విక్షిప్త చిత్తనాం జననాం తత్ సంకోచి కరణాయ శ్రీమద్ ఋషి ప్రభుర్త్రిభిర్ అత్రార్చన మార్గే కచిన్ మర్యాద స్థాపిత ఆస్తి. Sri Jiva Goswami is a great, one of our 6 Goswamis. Srila Jiva Goswami, this is from Bhakti Sandarbha. He has written the Bhakti Sandarbha, his Realizations. Text 284 it's a big one. Everything is in Sanskrit. Yeah. So Prabhupada is explaining the entire verse in below. Sri Jiva Goswami states that the substance of all the Vedic mantras is the chanting of the holy names of the Lord. We have to write this statement actually in our walls. Srila Jiva Goswami states that the substance of all the Vedic mantras is the chanting of the holy names of the Lord. Every mantra begins with the prefix Nama Om and eventually addresses by name the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Supreme Will of the Lord, there is a specific potency in each and every mantra chanted by great sages like Narada Muni and other rishis. Chanting the holy names of the Lord immediately renovates the transcendental relationship of the living being with the Supreme Being. To chant the holy name of the Lord, one need not depend upon other paraphernalia, for one can immediately get all the desired results of linking with the Supreme Personality. It may therefore be questioned why there is a necessity for initiation of further spiritual activities in devotional service for one who engages in the chanting of the holy names of the Lord. The answer is that although it is correct that one who fully engages in chanting the holy name need not depend upon the process of initiation. Generally, a devotee is addicted to many abominable material habits due to material contamination from his previous life. In order to get quick relief from all this contamination, it is required that one engage in the worship of this Lord in the temple. The worship of the deity in the temple is essential to reduce one's restlessness due to the contaminations of conditioned life. Thus, Narada in his Pancharatrika Vidhi and other great sages have sometimes stressed that since every conditioned soul has a bodily concept of life aimed at sense enjoyment, to restrict this sense enjoyment, the rules and regulations for worshipping the deity in the temple are essential. Srila Rupa Goswami has described that the holy name of the Lord can be chanted by liberated souls, but almost all the souls we have to initiate or condition. All the souls we have to initiate or condition. It is advised that one chant the holy name of the Lord without offenses and according to the regulative principles, yet due to their past bad habits, they violate these rules and regulations. Thus, the regulative principles for worship of the deity are also simultaneously essential. So in our homes also, we perform deity worship. That's very important, right? Gaurnitha deities, Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra Dev deities, and Radha Krishna deities. It's very important to establish our relationship with Krishna through that worship. Yeah, thank you, Raju Prabhu. I'm now hearing more. I got my cap. Thank you so much, Prabhuji and Mataji. Continue reading. Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna. Sandhya Mataji, please can you read?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Since I received this order from my spiritual master, I always chant the holy name, but I thought that by chanting the holy name, I had been bewildered. While chanting the holy name of the Lord in pure ecstasy, I lost myself, and thus I laugh, cry, dance, and sing just like a madman. Collecting my patience, therefore, I began to consider that chanting the holy name of Krishna had covered all my spiritual knowledge. Purport: Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu hints in these words that to chant the holy name of Krishna, one does not need to speculate on the philosophical aspects of the science of God, but one automatically becomes ecstatic and without consideration immediately chants, dances, laughs, cries, just like a madman. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So, Akinja Prabhuji, Akinja Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. So, Arya Prabhuji, please can you read?
Hare Krishna. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Prabhuji. Hare
Yeah,
Krishna.
can you show the screen?
Yeah, please read. Is it visible?
Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. I saw that I had become mad by chanting the holy names, and immediately submitted this at the lotus feet of my spiritual master. Purport: Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, as an ideal teacher, shows us how a disciple should deal with the spiritual master. Whenever there is a doubt regarding any point, he should refer to his spiritual master for clarification. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that while chanting and dancing, he had developed the kind of bad ecstasy that is possible only for the liberated soul. Yet even in his liberated position, he referred everything to his spiritual master whenever there were doubts. Thus, in any condition, even when liberated, we should never think ourselves independent of the spiritual master, but must refer to him as soon as there is some doubt regarding our progressive spiritual life.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Aryan Prabhuji, please can you read?
Yes, Ruchi. My dear Lord, translation. My dear Lord, what kind of mantra have you given me? I have become mad simply by chanting this Mahamantra. Purport. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu prays in his Sikshastaka. Yugayatam nimichena chakshushva parashetam sunyayatam jagat sarvam Govinda virahanime. O Govinda, feeling your separation, I am considering a moment to be like 12 years or more. Tears are tears are flowing from my eyes like torrents of rain, and I am feeling all vacant in the world in your absence. It is the aspiration of a devotee that while he chants the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, his eyes will fill with tears, his voice falter, and his heart throb. These are good signs in chanting the holy name of the Lord. In ecstasy, one should feel the entire world to be vacant without the presence of Govinda. This is a sign of separation from Govinda. In material life, we are all separated from Govinda and are absorbed in material sense gratification. Therefore, when one comes to his senses on the spiritual platform, he becomes so eager to meet Govinda that without Govinda, the entire world becomes a vacant place. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
I'm reading. We'll start after this. Translation: chanting the holy name is ecstasy, causes me to dance, laugh, and cry. When my spiritual master heard all this, he smiled and then began to speak. Purport: when a disabled very perfectly makes progress in spiritual life, this gladness the spiritual master, who then also smiles the ecstasy, thinking how successful my disciple has become. He feels too glad that he smiles as he enjoys the progress of the disciple, just as a smiling parent enjoys the activities of the child, who is trying to stand up or crawl perfectly. Hare Krishna. So we are stopping here. So, is it visible? Hare Krishna, Prabhuji and Matas.
Yes,
Yes,
Prabhu.
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, how can we do, Prabhuji? Like last time we did, Deepa Mataji did like that, or somebody want to recite, Prabhuji?
Deepa Mataji is there, Prabhu? Deepa Mataji is there, Prabhu? Is she there?
Not there, Prabhuji. Not there, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. So, Prabhu, then can you do it? Can you display and we can do it? One of us can do it like Deepa Mataji did it, I guess. Can you do it or
No, Prabhuji, I'm not there.
want me to try?
Samyukta Mataji, please, can you recite? So, line by line, Mataji. We will follow you.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Mataji, one line at a time, then 2 lines at a time, and 4 lines at a time.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji.
Chapter 9, Bhagavad Gita 9.25. Yanti deva vrata devan.
Yanti deva vrata devan.
Pitran yati pitravrata.
Pitran yati
Bhutani yanti bhuteja.
bhutani yanti bhuteja.
Yanti madhya juno api mam.
Yanti madhya jino pimam.
Prabhuji, 2 lines, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Yanti deva vrata devan. Pitravantri pitravrata.
Yanti deva vrata devan. Pitrun yanti pitravrata.
Bhutani yanti bhuteja. Yanti madhya juno api mam.
Tani yanti bhuteja. Yanti madhya jino pimam.
Now 4 lines, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Yanti deva vrata devan. Pitravyanti pitravrata. Bhutani yanti bhuteja. Yanti madhya juno api mam.
Yanti deva vrata devan. Pitrun yati pitravrata. Bhutani yanti bhuteja. Yanti madhya jino pimam.
Translation: those who worship the demigods will take birth among the demigods. Those who worship the ancestors go to the ancestors. Those who worship ghosts and spirits will take birth among such beings. And those who worship me will live with me.
Those who worship the demigods will take birth among the demigods. Those who worship the ancestors go to the ancestors. Those who worship the ghosts and spirits will take birth among such beings, and those who worship me will live with me. Raju Prabhu, like this we want to do, Prabhu? Is this okay, Prabhu?
Hari Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhu.
Prabhu, is this okay? Shall we do it like this?
Yeah, okay, Prabhu.
Okay, Hare Krishna. So, Vikta Mataji, you'll go to the next sloka, Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji. Chapter 9, Bhagavad Gita 9.26. Patram pushpam phalam toyam.
Patram pushpam phalam toyam.
Yo me bhaktya prayachati.
Yo me bhaktya prayachati.
Tadaham bhaktya upahritam.
Tadaham bhaktya upahritam.
Ashnami prayatatmanaha.
Ashnami prayatatmanaha.
Now 2 lines.
Yes,
Patram pushpam phalam toyam. Yo me bhaktya prayachati.
Patram pushpam phalam toyam. Yo me bhaktya prayachati.
Tadaham bhaktya upahritam. Ashnami prayatatmanaha.
Tadaham bhaktya upahritam. Asnami prayatatmanaha.
Now 4 lines, Prabhuji.
Yes, ma'am.
Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhaktya upahritam ashnami prayatatmanaha.
Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhaktya upahritam asnami prayatatmanaha.
Translation: If one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, a fruit or water, I will accept it.
If one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, a fruit or water, I will accept it.
Chapter 9, Bhagavad Gita 9.27. Yat karosi yadasnasi.
Yat karosi yadasnasi.
Yat juhosi dadasi yat.
Yajnahoshi dadasi yat.
Yat tapasyasi kaunteya.
Yat tapasyasi kaunteya.
Tat kurusva madarpanam.
Tat kurushva madarpanam.
Yeah, now 2 lines. Yat karosi yadasnasi, yat juhosi dadasi yat.
Yat karoshi yadnasi, yajnahoshi dadasi yat.
Yat tapasyasi kaunteya, tat kurusva madarpanam.
Yat pasyasi kaunteya, tat kurushva madarpanam. I don't think it's madarpanam, Mataji. Madarpanam, I think.
Madarpanam. Sorry, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Madarpanam. Yat karosi yadasnasi, yat juhosi dadasi yat. Yat tapasyasi kaunteya, tat kurusva madarpanam.
Yat karoshi yadasnasi, yajnahoshi dadasi yat. Yat pasyasi kaunteya, tat kurushva madarpanam.
Translation: Whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer or give away, and whatever austerities you perform, do that, O son of Kunti, as an offering to me.
Whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer or give away, and whatever austerities you perform, do that, O son of Kunti, as an offering to me. Arpanam, mother. Yes, Mataji.
Chapter 9, Bhagavad Gita 9.29. Samoham sarva bhuteshu.
Samoham sarva bhuteshu.
Name dvesho sthina priyaha.
Name dveshosti na priyaha.
Ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktya.
Ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktya.
Maite te suchapyaham.
Maite te shuchapyaham.
Samoham sarva bhuteshu name dvesho sthina priyaha.
Samoham sarva bhuteshu name dveshosti na priyaha.
Ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktya maite te shuchapyaham.
Ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktya maite teshu chapyaham.
समोहं सर्वभूतेषु न मे द्वेषोऽस्ति न प्रियः ये भजन्ते मां भक्त्या मयि चाप्यहम्
Samoham sarva bhuteshu name dveshosthi na priyaha ye bhajanti tum mam bhaktya maite teshu chapyaham.
Translation: I envy no one, nor I am partial to anyone. I am equal to all. But whoever renders service unto me in devotion is a friend, is in me, and I am also a friend to him.
I envy no one, nor am I partial to anyone. I am equal to all, but whoever renders service unto me in devotion is a friend, is in me, and I am also a friend to him.
Thank you, Prabhuji. If there are any mistakes, please
Hare
forgive
Ram.
me, Prabhuji.
So are we stopping?
Prabhuji, I am reciting,
here?
Prabhuji.
Prabhu?
I am reciting, Prabhuji.
Oh, you are reciting.
Yeah, 9. Yeah.
Okay,
Bhagavad Gita
going back to
9.25.
9.25. Okay. Okay.
9.25. Yanti deva vrata devan prithanyanti pritavratah bhutani yanti bhuteja yanti madhyanopi mam yagnanopi mam yanti yagnanopi mam. Translation: those who worship the demigods will take birth among the demigods. Those who worship the ancestors go to the ancestors. Those who worship the ghosts and spirits will take birth among such beings. And those who worship me will live with me. Bhagavad Gita 9.26. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tadham bhakti uparatam asnami prayatatmanaha. Translation: if one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, a fruit or water, I will accept it. Bhagavad Gita 9.27. Yat karosi yadasnasi yadjiyosi tadasyat yatyapasati kaunteya tatkurusha madharpanam. Translation: whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer or give away, and whatever austerities you perform, do that, O son of Kunti, as an offering to me. Bhagavad Gita 9.20. Samoham sarva bhuteshu namai dveshasti na priyaha ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktya maite teshu chapyaham. Translation: I envy no one, nor I am partial to anyone. I am equal to all, but whoever renders service unto me in devotion is a friend. Devotion as a friend is in me, and I am also as a friend to me. Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, you want to recite? Hare Krishna. Subharu.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes. So we're going from 9.25. Right, Prabhu? Hare Krishna 9.20. Yeah. Bhagavad Gita 9.25. Yanti deva vrata devan pitrun yanti pitra vrata bhutani yanti bhuteja yanti madhya jinopi mam yanti madhyaji api mam. Those who worship the demigods will take birth among the demigods. Those who worship the ancestors go to the ancestors. Those who worship ghosts and spirits will take birth among such beings. And those who worship me will live with me. 9.26. Patram pushpam palam toyam yome bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhaktyapapratam tadaham bhaktyapapratam asnami prayatatmanaha. If one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, a fruit or water, I will accept it. 9.27. Yat karoshi yadasnasi yajno hoshi tadasi yat tapasyasi kaunteya tat kurishva madarpanam madarpanam. Okay, tat kurishya arpanam. Whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer or give away, and whatever austerities you perform, do that, O son of Kunti, as an offering to me. 9.29. Namoham sarva bhuteshu name dveshyosti na priyaha ye bhajanti tu mam tya mahite teshu chapyaham. I envy no one, nor am I partial to anyone. I am equal to all, but whoever renders service unto me in devotion is a friend, is in me, and I am also a friend to him. Hare Krishna. That's all right, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji. So, if anybody wants to recite, Prasad Prabhuji, Sani Mataji, or Atkinson Prabhuji?
Internal.
Okay.
Right.
So, if anybody want to recite, or we'll stop it, we'll conclude here. Hare Krishna. So, I am stopping here, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Hare
Krishna.
अनंतकोटि वैष्णव की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद बुक रीडिंग की जय हरे कृष्ण प्रभु थैंक यू फॉर जॉइनिंग
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.